Hey, what is going on, sixth graders? I am about to show you what we are going to use to forecast our weather for this Friday for the forecasting challenge and a chance to win both a medal and a possible weather kit. The website's going to seem really advanced and confusing at first, but if you just follow along with me in the video, I promise you that it'll walk you right through it and you will have a great chance. So, what you're going to do first is you're going to come over to Google and you're going to go to pivotalweather.com. And if you need to know where to go, it's on the top right above me right here. So pivotalweather.com. Erase this because then you're going to see this screen pop up. What you want to do is you want to come right to models, okay? Right on the top of the screen, and you're going to click models. You should see a really scary, advanced, convoluted map that looks something similar to this, okay? It looks scary and a lot right now, but what we're about to do is break it down really easily for you. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that where it says model right here, you want to make sure that it says GFS. This should say GFS, but for some cases, if it doesn't, just click into there, find the one that says GFS. It's over here on the side, and you can go and just click that. The next thing that you want to do is where it says zoom, you want to come over and click this. You should see something like this pop up. Go ahead and click regional right over here. Click regional. And then you're going to click the United States. You should see a map that pops up like this. Just go ahead and click the one that's right over Kansas. That's for the central U.S. So when you click it, should look like this. This looks a lot better. All right. So now we can see kind of the central U.S. We can see Kansas. We can see Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Colorado. We have all of our central U.S. states right here. But we're going to do one more step to make this even easier for us in the long run. Up here where it says animation, okay, we're going to come over. We're going to click this. And we are going to click where it says forecast loop. This will make it so much easier for us to scroll through the forecast and make our own. So you should see a bar that pops up like this. And as you can see, if you click and drag this, lots of things happen. And I know that looks crazy right now, but I'll show you what to do. You can also click play and it'll play through all of the different, what they're called models or runs, okay? So you can click that. You can also go through each individual slide by clicking these arrow keys up here. All right, that'll be important to know in just a second. But first, what we're going to do, what we are forecasting is high temperature, low temperature, and wind speed. And it's really simple to see what the models, what the different advanced algorithms show us. And so what we're going to do, we're going to come over, scroll down to the side where we have this little menu right here. It says parameter. Excuse me, that's not the bell on which you're leaving. I am recording this on Monday, so the bells are still going off. So you're going to come over to where it says parameter, and you should see a model that looks like this. If your or a menu that looks like this. If your menu doesn't look like this, you want to make sure that you're under surface and precipitation. You might be under upper air or any of these, but you want to be under surface and precipitation. To forecast high and low temperature, what you're going to do is you're going to click on where it says 2M AGL temperature. What that stands for is 2 meters above ground level temperature. Go ahead and click on that. You should see a whole new map pop up with colors, lots of colors. Our forecast range, as you can see above us, looks confusing, okay? It says Friday, 2024 0216 and then 06Z. It's a lot of numbers, but it's really not that hard to break down. Obviously, it tells us our day, Friday. It tells us our year and date, and so that is 2024 in February, and Friday would be the 16th. And then it says a number similar to this one, but it says 06Z. What that stands for is Zulu time, which is London time. Now, obviously, we are not in London. We are in United States, in Nebraska. And so when it says 06Z, we have to subtract 6 hours from that in order to get our time. So really, 06Z is midnight our time. So if that's confusing, all you need to do is come up to this bar up here. And this is going to look a little different to you than it is to me right now. And the bell is going to go off in just a minute, so ignore it. But you're just going to scroll through, click and drag, scroll through this bar until this area right here. It says Friday, 2024, 02, 1606Z. So if we just do that, we'll click and drag. Yours is going to be closer than mine. But as we can see, click one more over. We have Friday, 2024, 02, 1606Z. That is midnight Friday, our time. All right. What you're going to do is, if you move your mouse over here, it should say the temperature. Now, Hastings, excuse me, Hastings is right around this area of Nebraska. If you really want to know or know an exact place, you can look up the coordinates of Hastings, and there's the bell again. You can look up the coordinates of Hastings if you would like to. As you can see, right where you see the temperature and all that, it does have the coordinates as well. So if you want to be really exact, you can look up the coordinates of Hastings if you would like to. And if you just kind of move around, you can see the forecasted temperature of wherever your mouse is. Your goal to forecast the highs and the lows is to move through all of the runs from Friday to find the highest temperature you see and the lowest temperature you see. All right, every run is 3 hours. So if we start at 06Z, which is midnight our time, we're going to move all the way for 24 hours. We're going to move all the way to where it says Saturday, 2024, 02, 1706Z. Lots of numbers, but just pay attention to this right here, this one right here, and follow the forecast range right above me. So if I move right here, right now it says 38 degrees. But if I go ahead and click the next one, as you can see, some things changed. Now we're at 09Z, which would be 3 o'clock our time. You can see temperatures changed a little bit. And you're just going to keep working through all of these, looking at the temperature changes until you get all the way to where it says Saturday, 2024, 02, 1706Z. So that is basically Friday midnight to Saturday midnight, which is all of Friday for us. You're going to move through all of these slides and find the highest temperature you see and the lowest temperature you see for our area. And so you just scroll through these until you get to Saturday 06Z, Fridays, all of those. You're going to record your highest temperature you see and the lowest temperature you see in Google Classroom. After that, after you figured out the temperatures, both your highs and your lows, you're going to come back over here where it says parameter in that menu that we were at just earlier, and you're going to find where it says MSLP 10M AGL wind, which basically is MSLP is another model. 10M is 10 meters above ground level wind. So we're going to click on that. And now it should pull up a new map in just a second. Give it a minute to load. But we should see a bunch of these wind speeds. Now, you see 6 KT, 5 KT, 4 KT. What does KT mean? That is knots. So just like miles per hour is a measure of how fast something is, KT is just another form of that. That is knots. So that is how meteorologists measure wind speed. And so what you're going to do is the same thing that you did with temperature. You're going to scroll through here. You're going to find where it says Friday, at 06Z. So we have Friday, 06Z. And you're going to record your temperature. Now you are just looking for the highest, or sorry, not temperature, but wind speed. You're looking for your highest wind speed. So you're going to scroll through all of these, move your mouse down to where you think Hastings is, and find where when you think the highest wind speed is. And then however high you think that is, whatever speed you think it is in knots, you will record that in your Google form as well. So, really quick again, temperature, scroll until you find Friday at 06Z. Right there, Friday 06Z. You are going to scroll through all of them, recording your highs and your lows, and you're only going to submit your highest and your lowest until you get to Saturday at 06Z. All right? You're going to do the same for wind. So MSLP, 10M AGL wind. You're going to move there. Scroll till you find Friday at 06Z. And same thing. You're going to scroll through each slide until you find your highest wind speed in knots until you get to Saturday at 06Z. And you're going to record your highest wind speed that you find there. You're not only going to do that for Hastings, but you're also going to do that for Orlando, Florida. And let me show you how to get there. We're going to stay on GFS. We're going to come up to Zoom. We're going to click this. Make sure you're still on regional. Go down to United States. But this time, you're going to click the one that's down by Florida. Should say Southeast US. You'll click that. Now it should pop up this part of the country. You're going to do the same thing that you did with Hastings, with the high temperature, the low temperature, and the wind speed, but with Orlando, Florida. So we'll come over here, click temperature. As you can see, it's temperature. But the same thing, up here, find Friday at 06Z. You'll have to scroll down. And Orlando is right around this area. But again, if you want exact to try to be the closest, you can look up the coordinates of Orlando, Florida, and make sure that you are right on the dot. And you're going to find your highs and your lows in Fahrenheit as well. Same thing with wind speed. All the way over to Friday at 06Z. And you're going to record your wind speeds as well. Your goal is to get as close to the number as possible. So kind of like golf, the less points you have, the better. You're going to get 1 point for every temperature or every knot that you are off of your forecast. So say the forecast, the high temperature for Florida was 72 degrees, but you forecasted 75. You would then get 3 points. Okay. Same thing with low, same thing with wind. You want the least amount of points as possible. Whoever has the least amount of points in their class will get some sort of small prize, a piece of candy, sticker, something like that. The pod champion will get a medal. So 6A and 6B will each have a pod champion, and you guys will get a little medal. And then the grade champion will get their medal plus a whole weather kit with a rain gauge, thermometer, and other possible things in that. So I really hope you do well. I just followed this video if you need to make sure that you're doing this correctly. And again, I will show you what you're looking for. So there's the website up there, up there. And your forecast range is Friday at 06Z to Saturday at 06Z. All right. So wish the best of luck to you. I think it's going to be fun. And good luck.